Hey, I shaved. So this is the first time I ever had, see that is a scar from wrecking my bike. And right there. And right here. And there's like a huge one right here. But you can't really see it, which is like good. Cause I don't know if scars make you look better, you know? Like they might be kind of cool if they're in the right places. Like this one's not too bad. Like it's like, but in it, but like this one, like if it was like straight down this way, it would be better maybe. But it just looks like a wrinkle or something. Like, or if you get one right here under, or like right here, like it would just make it look like you're older. But so anyway, I'm in a motel right now. I'm just kind of got here, so I'm going to get my CDL, and so anyway, um, can't believe I just recorded a minute here. So I was just gonna talk about Strattera. So it's been about a month now I've been taking Strattera, and and I'm like, I'll explain like what I think. Like, so I wake up in the morning feeling good, having a bunch of energy, and I feel like I'm ready to go. For the most part, I which is completely the opposite is what I used to be like. And it still takes me like an hour to get into the day, but I'll like read through the news and stuff like usual. But usually it takes me 2 hours to get going in the morning, or three. But now it's like one. And then what happens is I feel really good, drink a cup of coffee. I don't have like hardly any fun. Like things aren't fun anymore, really. I just feel like I'm always kind of getting stuff accomplished. Like I made this list the other day and just got like all of it totally done in like a week or two to come out to go to another state to get the CDL. And so, which is my goal. I don't know if I'll get it done, if I'll get it, and if it'll work out the way I want it to, but it has a chance to. And so everything's been just going, like I'll make plans and stuff, and then just write them down and go do them. Um, I I I I feel like what it does is, so after a month, I guess I could say that I feel like it's worked better for since the first week. But one thing that's hard to tell is is that it's hard to test yourself. So it's hard to measure how much better you're doing. And the way that I kind of measure it is how much on this trip. Like a normal trip, I'd be drinking a ton of coffee. I would be drinking Red Bull. I would be like unfocused, like focusing on a bunch of different things. I feel like, I mean, now I don't have the fun of like letting my mind go in certain ways, aspects. But I feel like instead, like I'm like just really on track all the time. Like I'm constantly trying to stay on track of doing what I want to do, and it's not like my mind just doesn't drift as much, I'd say. And so I don't know. I don't know if that's how way I explain it. But then as the night goes on, my day gets kind of worse every day. And it gets to be in where it's like 12, 1, 2 in the morning, and I'm or 10 or like 11, 12, 1, 2, because I usually wake up at like 10 or 11. And it gets kind of bad. And it doesn't get bad, but I'm always been a night person, and I don't get the night feel. So that's really, really odd about it, and it's still like persisting. Another thing is my ass was hurting today while I was sitting down in my car seat, and that's like a problem. But it went away for a while. Now it kind of came back. Um, it I haven't noticed any new. I feels like most feelings that came from it originally went away. Most of the symptoms. Um, I'd say like tingling down your spine, or the way your heart changes, how it feels. Um, it it feels like it feels like time's going by faster. I feel like it kind of goes by slower at first, but then I felt like now it's like I'm not remembering the past. I'm not dwelling on moments. I'm like just moving forward. It's like my day isn't changed significantly by the events that have happened as much as the priorities that I have. And it's really hard to judge yourself on anything. I asked one of my friends about it today, so maybe I'll get some more kind of feedback. Um, I, I think like it could be they. I think they say under 30 or 40 milligrams is placebo effect, and I feel like it's um is comparable to the placebo. Like under 40 milligrams usually isn't enough to tell if it's stronger than the placebo, and I'm taking 80, and I can't tell if it's placebo or if I'm just taking medicine, and I just think I'm doing better in life. Um, it's hard to tell because like my the way my brain kind of works is kind of tricky. Like, and this is probably for a lot of people. Like you go to you need to like study for a test. Here's the scenario that keeps happening. It has happened like for all my life, and all of a sudden you want to listen to music instead. And you're doing like two things at once, like driving. So you could listen to the material on the test, but instead you're listening to music. It's not a, and I did. I just listened to music, um, but like more often than not, I'm like actually doing what I think is gonna happen. Like a lot more things that I think are gonna happen. Like I'll be like, I'm gonna go stay at this motel room, and I didn't know Motel 6 is where I've stayed a lot before, but I have traveling because it's cheap, and I'm like exactly in the room that I would have normally imagined. And I think if I wasn't taking Strattera, I feel like I would just go as far as I could till I was gonna pass out, and I tried to get a room for like the whole next day, so I could sleep into like 12 or 1 in the afternoon. But that's always tricky. It doesn't really work with motels. Once in a while it does, and I would have pushed it, and then I feel like every time I had garbage in my car, I'd like clean it out, and I was really checking all the fluids, and like everything's. I'm surprised when everything's ready to go, and like when I packed all my stuff, it was ready to go. Usually, I I guess like usually in my mind I have a way to do things. The way I'd explain it is I have a way to do that I want to do things. I picture it in my mind like I'm like, okay, I need to go to work, study this stuff, go home, pack up, um, leave tomorrow morning at 10. And usually what would happen is I'd go home, maybe start to pack, um, and then I'd just pack the next day to like 1, which I kind of did in a way. But and then maybe my house wouldn't have been as clean. I wouldn't have been as thoughtful about things, and then I would have like probably left. I'm guessing I really would have left like at 8, but I left at 4, 3, and I got everything done. I got my whole house clean last night, pretty much. So I had like um, because it's a big plan. It's like you're working 8 hours, then you got this, and you got money that I've been saving for months. So it's kind of like everything fell into place so far, and like I really don't feel like in my life I'm the type of person to have a lot of stuff fall into place this easy because I'm usually more scattered. And the problem, and I haven't had the feeling that I've been too spread out, thin across too many things. Like I don't have to play the guitar and then draw a picture every night. I don't have to um, go running and lift weights in the morning and then go ride a bike 60 miles and then try to like cook food for a week. Like I'm still doing some of those things, but it's like I'm more on track toward a goal. And I really feel like Strattera is helping, and amoxetine. Like I feel like it really does trigger. some kind of, um, I think what it kind of feels like is like I'm not as happy, I would say. I'm not as happy. Like I'm more like looking for the real answer, the truth, like why won't this work? How can I get it to work? Opposed to kind of going around the truth and like testing things out and being and figuring out different ways, but then using my going off in different directions. So it's like I feel like it is, but I just notice even talking to my friends that they sound different, and it's not because I'm listening to them different. It's because the way that I'm talking to them, they're coming off a little different compared to the way that I come off a little different. And I feel like that's true. And I don't think that's um, bad. You know, they're still friends, and we kind of have had some different conversations. I think it's even good, and it feels useful instead of maybe it's hard to tell the alternatives and because of the changes in the weather and the changes in what your interests are, and there's so many variables. But I do feel like I feel the drug when I take it in the morning. I'm not as happy. My mood is way more stable from the morning to the night, and that's a big one. Is my mood is stable, and I don't know if that's I like it because I don't like it because I'm not as like happy go and stuff. But at the same time, I don't feel as much stress, so that's almost equal to the happiness I lost. And then since I'm getting more done, that's gonna be useful to me. I feel like that's like I'm starting to trust myself, knowing that I'm gonna accomplish something. When before, I was riding a bike for like 2 years delivering food. I would sometimes try to ride like 300 miles a week, and I was trying to be the best at it. Not the best at it compared to anybody else, but by myself, I was trying to get better at it. And I think that was like too long. I think I got stuck doing it too long, and my mind got far away from what I was doing, and I was just working and stuck. And I'm not now. I'm on in a motel room, and I have a goal that might make me more money that can help out my future more, you know, on all the debt I have. So like, I don't know. I mean, how could you give somebody a non-epinephrine uptake and it like makes them be able to accomplish goals more, but maybe have like less feelings about the day, about the events in the day, but more easy going to talk to people or something? Like, is a non-epinephrine, is that just what does it for some people, or are these effects of stored in some memory I have that I won't remember, you know, 5 years from now, and I'll just, is it putting me on a track to get goals done, but they're not like who I am, and it's hard to say. Like I remember when I was a kid, I didn't want to take Ritalin because I was like, who am I then? What is my life then? Aren't I good who I am? So I don't know. Um. Anyway, I just wanted to mention that, and um, if anybody's thinking of taking Strattera, I don't know, try it out, test yourself out, take some tests, like see how if you do better, like do whatever you want to do. But it's been worth it for me. I feel like as of now, um, I don't have any major side effects, and see what happens. I'll keep you updated. Maybe I'll have a video where I'm driving a semi or something. Who knows? Maybe but well, good luck out there. Hope you keep quitting whatever you're trying to quit, and if it's alcohol or any kind of thing, and Strattera can kind of help quit alcohol and kratom and all that. Kratom can kind of seem to help quit alcohol, but kratom's not necessarily easy to quit when you like to feel something. Um, Strattera kind of helps with all that, even though you don't feel as good. You like it's a thing happening to you. Okay, well, good luck out there. Bye.